I always forget to do that. So we're back behind the boardwalk. What I'm going to do on the resort tour is actually show you the boardwalk itself. There's been some changes, quite a few actually, over the past past year. So thought I'd give you a look at what's going on the boardwalk. And we start with a boat on its way to Epcot. It's going to stop right over here. Swan and Dolphin, Yacht Beach Club, then Boardwalk, and then Epcot. Over there in the distance, you can see the addition. I forget what they call it, to the Swan and Dolphin. It looks nothing like the Swan and Dolphin. Kind of sticks out, I think, like a sore thumb. It's a high rise. What a shocker. So that's all they're building these days is high rises. So it's I forget, the annex or something like that they call it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Swan Reserve. Thank you, Tina. Morning, John. Yes, that's it. And it's, I don't know, it might be nice, I don't know, but it just kind of doesn't fit, They made no effort to make it fit, so, well, some people don't like the Swan and Dolphin anyhow. There's the Swan over there behind a tree. Well, it's the Dolphin, otherwise affectionately known as the bird and the fish. So I'm going to be moving towards the front of Boardwalk. Here's the ugly back end right there. But we're just going to tool along the boardwalk today. Some of it's the same, much of it has changed as far as what's there, what's available. I don't think any of them are open. Well, the deli's probably open, but I don't think any of the rest of them are open or anything. But give you a better look at the Dolphin over here. Now, we've had a couple people that have had really nice views from the Swan or the Dolphin. I can't remember which. I think it's probably the Dolphin has the best sight lines to Epcot. There was one person, I think, if Ash is listening, was that you, Ash? It might have been Ash, who had a really nice view. And during the nighttime show, it's almost like you were looking down on it. It was kind of cool. Here we're starting to get onto the boardwalk right here. This is one of the entryways onto the boardwalk. Now, boardwalk itself is just part of a walkway that goes around the entire lagoon here. Crescent Lake, I should say. Sorry. It's not a lagoon, it's a lake. Crescent Lake.
She's one of the few people that I think that I've known that
which leads to a canal that leads to MGM Studios. Oh, I call it MGM Studios, yeah. Sorry. It's not MGM Studios, I know that. It's Hollywood Studios. But this is, I think, one of the coolest views in Walt Disney World. At least for a room. At least a room view, anyhow. It's really one of the best. Across the way there is a point where there's a lot of weddings. Maybe there'll be one this week, who knows? Usually is. Good morning, Liz. Over there on the left is the yacht club. The blue one right across from us is the beach club. The lighthouse there is the boat dock for both of those resorts. For those who don't know that, I'm sure the people watching know that already. And here is the boardwalk. Atlantic Dance, Jelly Rolls. I think they reopened Jelly Rolls, didn't they? Jelly Rolls has a weird history. It's really because I don't think Jelly Rolls is a Disney-run operation, if I recall. And they were one of the last ones to give in, and they used to allow smoking longer inside than any of the other places at Disney World. Now they don't anymore. There's nowhere you can smoke indoors anywhere on this property anymore, or at least not legally. So we start with Jelly Rolls, dueling pianos. Atlantic Dance, I still think is a dance party thing. Like I said, years ago we went to one of those. It was like we were practically the only ones there. It was loud, but it was okay. Wave section. This is the end. This is the longest walk to get to from the lobby when you check in, but it's also the greatest views of the fireworks at Epcot. The further you get down the boardwalk, the better the views of the fireworks, if that's what you're into from Epcot. And this new show, Harmonious, has more higher up type of fireworks than the old show did, so it's kind of worth it. Yeah, the thing I don't like about Crest of the Wave, balconies like that, and I'm not crazy about them. We have School Bill and I have a really nice one this year. Right in this really nice big balcony. It's for it's a one bedroom, and it's enclosed. I like that for our camera. She's a waving. It just gives you an idea where we are. You can't see the camera because we have. Okay, something that's still here. Premises, I ever ate, but my son says the burger here is really good. So, all right. I'm not a burger guy anymore, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think they still make the craft beers here on the premise. A cup of tea and craft beers, but down along here, right above the screen door, coming up, the Harmonies are. Now up here, again, this is all stuff that's been here for years. On this side, on the Villa side, I should say, call it the Villa side. Nothing's changed much. Big River Grill has been here since the beginning. Jelly Rolls, Atlantic Dance has been here. Atlantic Dance has had many incarnations of what it is. It used to be like an old-time dance club kind of thing, big band music and stuff. I always liked that. I thought that was cool. That was a nice change of pace. This is again the building that we are in. Up ahead here is the store, the screen door, and it is, kind of a multi-purpose, typical DVC store. It's a nice store though. It's big. It's very, very big. It's got a lot of swim places. 12 people can fit in. Big, Now, the thing about Boardwalk, which is interesting, they have a couple different kinds of grand villas. One is one single floor. Everything is located on a single floor. And the others are like many of the other grand villas throughout the grounds, a two-story type, with the master bedroom on the first floor and the additional bedrooms on the second floor. They're very nice. That's thimbles and threads items, knickknacks. I don't know how many grand villas there are, but there's some reason or another, but it might be 8. I don't know. There's not that many of them, but they're very expensive points-wise. If you're a DVC member, pretty dang expensive. They're nothing at Old Key West. Boardwalk view. I'm not going to tell you which room, but they are in this section here. So if you're looking at the Harmonies camera, resort camera, it's coming from here, from this area. Just in case you know. Now down on this end, the screen door thing is where you can get food items, groceries, stuff like that. Wine, if you want. Alcohol, if you want. Of course, then they have basic stuff like most of the DVC stores do, basic groceries. up ahead here again, everybody knows it's the dock for Boardwalk. One side, this boat pulling up now. It's going to be going to the studios. On the other side, the one that's already parked there is dock. There is going to Epcot. It was an early opening at, I don't know if anybody was watching our camera today, if you got to see around just a little bit before 7 o'clock, the boat parade happened. That's when the boats go they want to situate themselves around the lake, and there's 4 of them that usually come in, and they each dock at the separate docks that are on. It's part of the route here. One goes here to Boardwalk, one goes over to Yacht and Beach, another one goes to Swan, and the other one goes to MGM, and that's to establish their pattern. So they all are starting at different places, and they're on a pretty strict schedule. And they all dock there for a little while, wait around, because there were early opening. There was an early opening in MGM, I think. Sorry, this docked on. Like I said, the villa side of the Boardwalk, as I'm aware, and such, and that's unusual at a resort. But like I said, the Boardwalk is a destination place. People and ATM, in case you wanted to know where that was. And then over here is the Wyland Galleries. That's been here since the beginning, pretty much too. It is some really cool stuff. Very, very stuff. For the first time, I saw people when we walked by. Very. No ashtrays here anymore. This is a lovely area if you're waiting for a boat or something, and you can just look out here and see if it's coming your way. You have plenty of time to get there because they take a while to get here, but you can see them coming. And it's a lovely shaded area right below the porch. The porch for the Boardwalk is right above us. This staircase will take you up to the main entrance and the parking and the buses and all that kind of thing that you need to get around if you're on the Boardwalk. This is where people coming to the Boardwalk will park at the Boardwalk parking lot many times, and they will just come down these steps there to get to the Boardwalk. Over here, along the building here, is another place that's been here for a while, Flying Fish. I used to think that Flying Fish was one of the best restaurants on the grounds. I don't believe that anymore. Yeah, I don't think it's near what it used to be. I know it just reopened again, I think, after a couple years layoff. I think it's open again, and I hope it's back where it used to be. It used to be one of the best restaurants on grounds, I thought. That's just a personal review, but then I don't know. I know they got a new chef and stuff, and I think the bean counters got a hold of it, and the experience was cheapened, to say the least. I don't think it was near as good, but I hope it's better again. That would be nice, because this used to be Class A restaurant, and it's kind of famous. Their sign, the Leaping Fish sign right up here. It's not on now, of course, but at night it looks really cool. They actually have flying fish. That makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, now we start, when we go to the Boardwalk Inn section, well, as most of you know, I'm sure, there's two sides to the boardwalk. Over here is the villas, the DVC area. In the middle is, and on here over here this side are these white buildings. It's small, one of the smaller ones on grounds, but it's, you know, pretty nice. I heard it's really good. We've never stayed in the inside, but over here now is Abracadabra Bar. Abracadabra's been here for a while, a few years now, but it's a relatively newer addition to the boardwalk. It was one of the first things that was new in here after a while. And it's very small. Some people really love this place. I just think it's very small. And Win 4.0 is the latest reincarnation of this place. This restaurant has gone through multiple changes, as I think most of you know. But this is the latest, and it's lasted for a while. It's been there a few years now. They have an interesting breakfast. They have a nice, interesting menu for breakfast that most places don't have. I like their breakfasts here. Their dinners are, it's Italian, of course, but I'm kind of meh about the dinner menu here. But the breakfasts are interesting, and they're kind of good. And they used to have, I don't know if they have characters back or not here. Lots of places that used to have characters don't, but they had unusual ones. They had, what was the one with the Rapunzel theme? I forget the name of the movie, but they had the characters from Rapunzel here, the Rapunzel film here, and like Ryder, you know, and stuff like that. Stuff you don't see, you know, characters you don't see very often were here, which I thought was a great movie, by the way, even though I forgot the name of it. I really like that film. So, and then this is a fairly large restaurant. They got outdoor seating here, as you can see. Morning. Over here's the pizza window. That's been there a long time. No matter what restaurant has been in here, the pizza window has been here for a long time. And up ahead, we really come. Now we're getting to the really newest stuff on Boardwalk coming up. Boardwalk Deli. That just opened actually a couple weeks ago. This used to be, of course, the beloved Boardwalk Bakery. They still have bakery items, but they have more savory items here than the other place used to have. I mean, the Boardwalk Bakery used to have some sandwiches that were, they were okay. They were decent, you know, but they were, of course, known mostly for their bakery. You can see they changed the sign slightly because it used to be bakery across there. They did a couple clever things to make it look a little more, you know, a little more balanced. They made the W, capital W at Boardwalk. They made the deli sign. They made them a bit bigger, but yeah, they had they worked a long time on that sign because it was, believe it or not, when you're changing the title of the place, it's kind of a big deal on the signs. It doesn't look out of balance. They didn't just add deli and take bakery off, let me put it that way. They had to move things around a little bit. But this place is always open early, still is. They have breakfast here. They still have the breakfast here. They still have the resort mug refills here. But they have a lot of new things like sandwiches and the such, and a bigger, quite frankly, a bigger breakfast menu too. Bigger lunch and breakfast and dinner menu here that wasn't here before. They still have bakery though, and some of the items look suspiciously like the ones that used to be here. So that was, you know, some people don't like this change at all. I'm kind of about it. I have to try the sandwiches here to see if I say, oh, this is a great idea. And up ahead here is another newer place. This has been here about a year, a little over a year now, maybe 2. I don't think it's been that long, but this used to be this place is it's still an ice cream place. It's been an ice cream place for a while now, but it's just called Boardwalk Ice Cream. The place that used to be here before this, the ice cream place that used to be before here, was top notch. It was the best. I miss it, but they went belly up. Some people said they tried to expand too quickly, whatever. But the lovely place that was here before this, I'm getting old and my memory is gone. I forget the name of this place that was here before, but it was the best ice cream. This place, the ice cream here, if you've had ice cream across the lake over at, at the place that everybody loves across the lake so much, it's the same ice cream. Whatever it was at Edie's they use here, I don't know. It's okay, but it's nothing like the stuff that was here before. But it's ice cream. People like ice cream. I mean, it's good enough, but it's just not as good as it used to be. And these days, it's a pretty busy place. And over here, ESPN Club is gone. It's official. It's gone. No longer going to be here. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Because that place was always busy, especially on game days. Sundays during NFL season, you couldn't get in this place. Ample Hills, that's right. Ample Hills, yeah. That's the name of the place to be here. Thank you, Eileen. That place was fantastic. But over here, you can see all the ESPN signage is gone. They're turning this into, I don't know, some kind of cake shop of some sort. I don't know. But, yeah, they did. You're right about that, Tina. Their food wasn't as good as it used to be either, which was a recurring theme along the boardwalk that used to have really great food. But I would say that about all the restaurants along here, their food. Big River Grills was never that great in the first place, and Flying Fish and Al Forno, whatever incarnation it was, they were better incarnations before Al Forno. Much better food. I remember when it first opened, the place that's Trattoria Al Forno now used to have it used to be a Mediterranean style restaurant with small dishes and stuff. It was good. Cake shop, right. That's what's going in here. I don't know when it's going to open. Oh, here we go. They have a sign here. Maybe I should show you the sign. Cake Bake. That's the name of the place. Going to be here. It's called the Cake Bake. I don't know anything about the place. Nothing. Zero. But I'll miss the ESPN Club, though. I kind of will. We were in this place, quite a bit. And like I said, I don't understand why they closed it. Maybe they didn't like they thought the crowds were too rowdy or something. I don't know. Who knows? But I always liked it. They did a lot of live stuff here, too, where some of the personalities from the ESPN TV station used to show up and do some stuff here. But like I said, on game days, they had TVs everywhere. They even, in the restrooms, they even had them in the restrooms. At least the men's restroom they did. I can't speak for the women's restrooms. And up above here, of course, is the Boardwalk Inn. These are, desirable seats. Desirable rooms, if you want the view. There's not that many of them, though. What you see is all you get. The bad thing about these, don't get me wrong, that's a nice view. But you can't see any of the fireworks from Epcot over here. You're cut off completely from the fireworks views. You have to be over here on the villa side to see the fireworks from Epcot. If you're a fireworks freak, that can be a determining factor. There's also garden pool views here and standard views, which basically you're situated along the walkway that takes you to the bus stops and the parking lot. That's, it's not much of a view, but it's the cheapest places here. There's no cheap place here, but those are the cheapest here. Some of the other things, the kiosks are pretty much the same. This photo thing has been here for quite a while. Remember when you used to go out? I always call this a first date place. For some reason, there are a lot of early dating things. They love to go in there and take their pictures together and stuff. I always call it first date place. Joe's up ahead is a bar. Let's get real. It's a bar. It's only open at night. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's been open during the day lately, but it's really busy at night. They got those pre-made margaritas. They just slush out and stuff. But they got other stuff too. Other kind of drinks and such. Up ahead here is actually kind of a favorite place of mine. It's the Boardwalk to Go. See this kiosk right ahead here? Boardwalk to Go is a little kiosk that does sandwiches, basically. Different types of sandwiches and fries. Nothing fancy. Sodas. And they have combinations where you can order a combination dinner, or you can just order the thing separately. But as of last time we were here, and I think this is the interesting part of it, they do not take Magic Bands here. They only take cash. That's it. They don't take cards of any sort. It's cash. It's the only last time a few times we've been here, that's all they've ever wanted is they do not take any kind of card here, and including Magic Bands. So that's something, if you ever come here, worth knowing. But the food is not bad. It's really not. And the prices, I understand these prices here. You see $12.50. You also, with that, you get some fries and a fountain drink. So you get a corn dog, you also get French fries and a fountain drink with that for $12.50. It's not just a sandwich only. I don't know. They used to be able to do a sandwich only. I don't know if they do that anymore. Okay, they are taking MasterCard now. Visa and MasterCard now. They have a thing on there. Currently, we are now accepting Visa and MasterCard. Okay. That's good to know, because it used to be cash only. Good to know. So, they used to have actually a bigger menu than this. Much bigger menu than this. And they do not have hamburgers. Just a heads up about that. They don't do hamburgers. They do hot dogs, corn dogs, pork, pulled pork, mostly chicken sandwiches, stuff like that. Chicken tenders, and they do a lot of different kinds of fries. That they'll do too. But they don't do hamburgers. And they have fountain drinks. That's it. They don't do malts or shakes or anything of that sort. But it's really, a quick and easy place. I've always noticed that the people that work there are very nice. And there's like 4 of them in there. And tell me, they must lose 10 pounds a day on days like today. Because it got to be hot back there. But I think they don't do hamburgers because they don't keep well. And they don't want to make them fresh all the time. I think that's really the part that's bothersome. But what you pay for here is this view. The boardwalk view is something else. So I'm going to head back to the lobby, go through the lobby, and then I'm going to get up to the room and stuff, make some breakfast. We're having a later day today because we were up a long time yesterday. Yesterday was our first day. I was up from 1:30 in the morning, and I didn't go to bed till like 10:30, 11 at night. So because of it. Okay, I noticed I mentioned this before, but the village green, because this isn't real grass. Not real grass at all. That's why it's always green. This is artificial. Everything here is artificial because it's used a lot. Believe it or not, they do yoga sessions on here in the mornings. Some mornings, not all mornings. Some mornings, they do yoga. They show. But this is a nice view here. I mean, these rooms up here are the thing I have about garden views, and on the back there or along the canal are lovely views, but they're the same price as a boardwalk view, which kind of bugs me a little bit. I always thought, I always think that boardwalk view is should be the prime view, and the other views are nice. Like I said, along the canal there that leads to MGM is nice. It's a nice view. A lot of people would be very satisfied with that view if they were at another place. But here, this is the view, Right in front of us, you see the little area there with the fans and stuff, the shaded area. It's where you get those doodah fancy bicycles, they call them. I forget what they call them. And you can rent, but another thing is that you can rent scooters from there. Buena Vista, I think, is the. Yeah, Tina, we're going to Magic Kingdom today. In fact, I'm going to go back to the room, make us some breakfast, and we're going a little later today. We're also at Hoop-de-Doo review tonight, for those who are interested. We'll be at Hoop-de-Doo with Bill and his family, which I'm looking forward to, actually. And most of the time, the chairs are comfortable. They look comfortable because they are. They're very padded. It's just lovely. Some of them rock. Here's a rocker over here. This one's a rocker. They're very quick, and they're right. And these doors all lead to the lobby area, so they're right off the lobby. If you check in and they say, "Oh, it's only going to be 30 minutes." Well, you come here from Magical Express too. At times and stuff, but obviously not anymore. Okay, we're going in. Doors. So you have to catch the buses to the parks. You would go out these doors and go to your left, and straight ahead is the parking lot. It's a very large parking lot. Sometimes you have to go a long way to get you to car, so be aware of that. Here's where you check in. If you do that, if you don't do automatic check-in, does anybody not do automatic check-in anymore? I mean, there's less and less people that work at these desks now. It used to be like when we used to come, like every one of these computer, you see the computer, they used to have every one of them. They don't even use this area. This used to be guest relations right over here. Concierge, call it what you will. They don't even use this area anymore. It's just bare. And Dundee Sundries, this is a little shop inside the place. It's not open until 3:30, geez. Okay, folks, we'll see you. We'll go to the Magic Kingdom later, so hope to see you there. Bye.